Hello friends, how are you doing and welcome to my channel. So this is going to be the start of a new series of videos that I'm going to be doing looking at the different generations. You can watch these videos whenever, so they're not going to have the dates on. So if you want to watch it in 5 years, 10 years now, tomorrow, next week, whenever you're drawn to watch them, you don't have to be of that age group to watch them because many of you will have children, different age groups, grandparents, parents. Many of you will be transitioning to different generations. So the different generations that I've got in front of me on my list are Generation X, baby boomers, millennials, stroke Gen Y, and Generation Z. So I'm going to start off today with millennials and Gen Y. And they are from the 1980s, so 1980 to the noughties. Okay. I am a millennial and I've only recently worked that out. Before I go any further, I will say I do have a swollen eye. It is past life healing that I'm doing, I know. Um, so I've not got makeup on the eye. So that's why it looks a bit puffy. But I make no apologies. I was actually going to do these videos with an overhead camera, and I got up this morning and I was just like, you know what? This is not authentic. I film like this usually, and I'm going to carry on filming like this. So it is what it is. I'm all right. I'm not ill. I'm not poorly. It's just sometimes the body has a flare up when we're healing certain things. Um, Let's get to. Oh, let me share the decks with you first. Mystic Palette Tarot by Cairo Marchetti, and Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. It's interesting because I actually wasn't going to put any makeup on today. I've got a very little bit of makeup on, just some foundation, a little bit of pink lipstick, and usually I wear eye makeup. And obviously, I've not put eye makeup on today because that would just be stupid because the eyes are sore. Um, and I actually it made me think about this video that I'm doing in as far as millennials like myself are now coming into a period of our lives called the perimenopause. Wherever you are, you may be just about to come into it, in it, or whatever. And actually, we were the generation that grew up when just before social media hit off, just before mobile phones, just before AI. We were the generation where we started to realize in magazines that women and men were being, what was it called? Painted up by the computer, where lumps and bumps were being taken out, lines were being taken out. We were the generation that were exposed to the Spice Girls, exposed to Britney. We grew up with Amy Winehouse. All of these examples of women that were in pain in some way. And a lot of these women were not embodying the divine feminine energy to the best of their ability. And we were the part of the generation that came away from all of that, where makeup became a big thing, Botox became a big thing, doing this piece of fashion. So there's been a lot of pressure put on millennials, and that's for both men and women. So let's get to it. This reading is for millennials. So can I have some cards for millennials, please? Millennials, guidance, inspiration, wisdom in their lives, navigating their lives. What do millennials need to know to go forward with these new? Whoops, interesting. Let me pick that up. Ooh, that is interesting. Oh, we've got the Fool card at the bottom, and I love this Fool card because you know what he's saying? He's saying, you've got a second chance. Whatever's gone on, if you've got a blank canvas, zero, the very first card in the tarot. So no matter where you are, whether you've got children, whether you're stressed at work, whether you're going through divorce, whether you're questioning your reality, the world around you, this is a really exciting time for millennials. It's a really exciting time because we're going to be able to break down a lot of the programming that we've received via society, via mainstream, via the world. I like that. I'm going to keep the ones that have fallen out because then we go to the magician, which is number one card. So the fool takes the leap of faith. He goes off the cliff. He starts the story and then he gets his tools and he makes things happen. So many millennials I'm feeling are starting to make things happen. They're starting to realize that the lives that they've led, be it career, relationship, children, family, whatever, there's changes that need to be made. So if you're thinking about changes that need to be made, now is the time to step out of your restrictions. Many, well, I'd say, but men and women. I'm not just going to say it's women, women, women. Have been programmed to think a certain way. There was a big drinking culture for millennials, a big drug culture for millennials. There was open, freedom, sexual freedom, and a lot of it, most of it, has actually taken us away from ourselves. But it's also made us incredibly knowledgeable about life. And millennials have been asked to tap into that knowledge. There was a time that millennials were classed as snowflakes and mocked by the media. And in actual fact, what I'm feeling is that is going to be the making of millennials to go and get their dreams, to chase their dreams. That the next stage of the millennial life is to do things which fulfill us, is to do things which make us happy. Interesting. Yeah, Ace of Cups, emotional needs. So, millennials, it's about fulfilling ourselves emotionally. If you're struggling with hormones, struggling with life, struggling with all kinds of things, one of the main things you can do for yourself that costs very little is self-care, is looking after you and your emotional well-being. And I'm feeling that many millennials are getting this and understanding this and embracing this. Three of Pentacles, which is creation and work. I'm feeling also that many millennials will be walking away from old jobs, going into self-employment, going into new jobs, jobs that don't have the toxicity. I'm also getting that many millennials are starting to see through a lot of the programming within certain spaces in their life, be it generational trauma, be it the workspace, be it their neighborhoods. Ooh, I like that card as well. There's issues with addiction coming up. I said it at the beginning of this video, we were all encouraged to party hard, I mean, Oasis, all of it. Um, it's about emotional fulfillment and any addictions that are there to address them, but also as well to celebrate success. And as I say that, we get this looking after money, but not hoarding things to let go of what no longer serves us. To use our life skills that we've gathered through trauma, through pain, through all kinds of different things. Life feels like an illusion at the minute and it feels quite overwhelming. Many of you may have children or parents that you're looking after. Many of you are possibly starting to go up the career ladder. And there's also a despondency with life. But I also feel that there's many doors opening and many opportunities that are coming through. I'm also feeling as well that millennials are going to be, you hear a lot of people saying it's the younger generation that are going to take us forward, but I think all generations are playing their role in it. No generation comes to save the next generation. That's just ego. Each generation brings something to the table because if not, then you can say, why am I here? You may be bringing up the next generation. Soon for some of you, going into being grandparents with the next generation. And this is about making your place in the world, making your place in life. Let's have a drink of tea. There's something here with time as well. We've got the clock there. And especially when you're coming into perimenopause and things are starting to change, we can start to be conscious of time going forward. Am I losing time? Is time on my side? And we know, especially if you've been watching my channel for some time, that there is an issue with time at the minute, that time is being sped up and slowed down, that many of us are experiencing different realities all at the same time, that we're experiencing other lifetimes that we've got current to this one, that we're not just in this physical body, we're in many other physical bodies. We've also got past lifetimes, future lifetimes. So there's a lot going on at this time. Page of Cups. This to me feels like your children, nieces, nephews, and in a few short years, grandchildren, and the role that you can play in that. The role that what I'm seeing as well is many of us, I know I did, went away from ourselves, partying hard, everything. We were kids in a sweet shop. We had kids, there were jobs, there was drink, there was parties, there were clubs, there were bars, there was all kinds of things. And all of us, it all came on grid at the same time. But many of us have learnt from that and learnt that actually we lost ourselves. So many of you may be going through recovery, drink recovery, drug recovery. You've got so much knowledge to give to the next generation from your, oh, I like these cards, from the betrayals, the stories, the pain. And I feel as well going through the changing in energies that we're going through at this time, that all the backstabs, the betrayals, the pain that we've gone through is actually what's going to make the wingspan grow, not go. The wingspan grow. Also, as well, you're being asked to find your wings. Society has done some real programming on millennials. They're doing the same now with, is it Gen Z? I'll get used to this with all the generation in their 20s and teenage years. They're doing it now. Because ultimately, the next generation, the world is in their hands. And if you knock them down before they've started, Ace of Swords comes in to break through the BS. Look at that fierceness. What's your truth? Many millennials are starting to come away from constant scrolling, constant social media. We're going to see some big transformation with this generation. Um, because many millennials are feeling it. You've got teenagers, possibly children, that are now starting to find their place in the world, find their space in the world, and you're wanting to fight for their rights, fight for your own rights as well. And we've got the King of Cups. We're starting to think about the later years. And rather than thinking of them as getting old, I'm going to be old in my 40s, I'm going to be old in my 50s, is to know that we're not. But this isn't the type of energy of because I'm going to get loads of Botox, I'm going to keep dyeing the shit out of my hair, I'm going to keep being as inauthentic as I can. This is about being able to be your age, but to be strong, to bring forth your wisdom like the wise ones and the elders of old would have done. Look at that as well. Queen of Cups, the King and Queen of Cups. I also feel as well there's huge divine feminine and divine masculine upgrades coming in for the millennials, for them to find the strength to wake up, because we're all on a continuous waking up journey. Even if you think you've already woken up, we continue to wake up to different things, to go, wait a minute, all those magazines, films, all those music videos, all that toxicity, all that programming that we absorb from the society, from parents, from family, from workspaces, from social media. Actually, it's BS. And I'm going to start to become who I'm meant to become. Interesting. And that's how we bring about justice and the balancing of the scales. So I think just looking at this little pile of cards that we've got, it's an exciting time for millennials. I'm now going to pull for those of you that are watching that are maybe going through some harsh times, because sometimes when we come to a video like this, it can be like, yeah, but I'm in pain, Claire. I'm in pain. I've lost myself. Um, I'm losing my job. I'm worried about money. I'm worried about perimenopause. I'm worried about the world. So let's go to those that are in pain at the minute. Concern, pain, be it physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, spiritual pain. Guidance for those that need guidance for those that need guidance. Wow. Wow. It's the tower. Whatever you're in pain with now is your clearing moment. Be it you've woke up this morning and you're in the pain body or you're in anxiety. It's something clearing. Remembering who you are, away from being all the labels, even the label of millennial, remembering who you are, how far you've come, abundance, and being thankful for even the struggles that we're having. I love that as well. The harvest. Do you know something? If I'm going through it, you'll be going through it as well. But I call it the ghost of Christmas past, where at the minute at the minute we're being asked to look at the role we played in our downfall. So the things we've done in the past that we shouldn't have done, because we've got to a stage where we've been looking at everybody else, the pain that they did to us, what they said to us, what they, etc., etc., etc. But the truth is, we also played a role in it. So looking at your role in how you got here, which can be painful, which can be triggering, which can take time for the body to release, but ultimately it can be releasing. And that's how you become your Queen of Swords, which is how you cut ties to what no longer serves you. There's some big ties needing to be cut for you to be able to see your future and to welcome your ship in. But these are really positive cards. I mean, the Three of Wands is about newness coming in, it's about new energy coming in. And that's how you can start again. The Ace of Pentacles. That's how you can be strong and stable like the stag. One more tarot card. It's about letting go of the old pain, the old stories. If you also as well, you need to grieve as well. This isn't about not grieving, not feeling in pain. There's some days you need to cocoon, but there's also some days that we need to go, right, I can't put a full face of makeup on today. I'm just going to put some blusher on, some lipstick, and I'm just going to get on with it. And I'm going to look forward and I'm going to build a life around it. I'm not going to let it derail me or take me off my path. I'm going to work with it. Because if she looked up, she could see that she stood in front of a portal and that light is waiting to come in. I feel as though there's another card that wants to finish this off. And that's how we free ourselves. I'm getting that many millennials are a lot of the wise ones from old that were, I mean, we know that when we come into incarnation, it's clear the slate is wiped, we don't remember anything. And then life is about waking up and remembering certain things. And it feels as though it's almost like we came in disguise and society, it's almost like we tricked society, but not consciously. Yeah, millennials are snowflakes, but actually underneath that is a powerful race of people that came in. It doesn't matter what color you are, what religion you are, what country you're born into, what family, whether mummy and daddy were super rich or you were born into poverty. We came in cloaked. This is really powerful. Pleasure Island. That's just popped out. Pleasure Island. Going forward and making a life of pleasure. It's really important, millennials, that going forward, choices and decisions are heart-centered and heart-based. The truth be told, the masks are slipping, masks of life are slipping. We're becoming more aware of things. We're waking up to things. We're finding our truth. We're taking our masks off. We're realizing we can go online and not be made up to the max. We're realizing we can go for a cup of milk, a bottle of milk and not be fully dressed up. And, we can be ourselves. It's okay to be you. Milk and honey, abundance, knowledge, wisdom, the rainbow ray, reawakening, re-remembering, and poised, standing proud and tall. Whatever you've gone through, whatever you've done, that those are your teachers and lessons. Going the distance, we're here on a mission. And this is about going the distance with everything. Building blocks, steady away as well. Steady away. Don't try to get to the top before we've got to the bottom, because society programmed us that this was boring. This was lower work. This we didn't need to do. We could be here like the Spice Girls. We could be here like Britney Spears. We could be here like this famous person. Bullshit. You start and you gradually build. You meet someone, you gradually fall in love with them. You gradually build your family up. You gradually build your home up. We gradually build our finances up. It's gradual. It's gradual, authentic, and holistic. And that's where we're going into next. And exchanging gifts. You're being asked to exchange your wisdom. You're being asked to use your wisdom with the next generation. And this is about a regeneration that we're going through, which why many women could be going through quite horrific perimenopause. There's more going on with that perimenopause than just hormones. Believe me, there's more going on. This is being stripped back bare to rise up again, to mend, to heal, to come back to natural organic ways, to come back to community, to come back to the divine feminine, not the sexualized woman that we were fed with. Wow. Going to see, allowing the process to take place, and one more card. Well, actually, there's two come up because wow, a change in the wind coming in and higher power. So, higher power, enlightenment, wisdom, a change in the wind, taking charge, a lot of movement and a lot of transition coming in for millennials. Could be moving jobs, moving home. Interesting. I enjoyed that. When this idea came for these videos, I was like, really? I liked doing it and I can't wait to do the other ones because I think you're all going to be interesting. This will be a playlist on my channel. So if you want to watch the different generations and see what's coming up for them, especially if you're on a transition where you're going from one into another, fair enough. Do it. And yes, thank you for watching. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.